One thing I really enjoy doing on the weekends is visiting, vintage toy stores and toy shows and old video game stores and looking to see what kind of scores I can find. Sometimes people are just throwing stuff away or giving it away. And a few months ago, since I've been more interested in Intellivision ever since the Atari acquisition, I found at a local toy show a huge lot of Intellivision games and a console. It's actually an Intellivision II. It has been gathering dust for the last few months. However, today I'm going to go through it, value it as best I can, and find out how well it works and what I got for my money. All of that right after this.
If you're a Gen X grown-up, this YouTube channel is just the beginning. Go beyond gaming with a casual and humorous take on movies, music, TV, tech, pop culture, and more. Hear the weekly Gen X Grown Up podcast anywhere you like to listen, or visit genxgrownup.com/pod.
Hey there, welcome back to Gen X Grown Up. I'm John and I am a Gen X Grown Up. Thank you for taking the time to click on this video. Hope you're having a good day. I always have a good day when I'm able to go and pick up used games for a real good deal. And the Intellivision lot that I picked up a few months ago, look, you can see in my studio here, and there's a set behind me and it looks kind of semi-organized. What you can't see is my dirty, embarrassing secret that below the camera level, it's clutter. It's just a mess in here because I have stuff always in progress and sitting around in this small space. And one of the things taking up space was this Intellivision lot in this big, heavy duty Rubbermaid tub kind of thing. So I had yet to go through it. And so as a project, what I'm going to do with this video is I'm going to run through everything that's in the box based on my purchase price, which was $50 for all of it. And then we're going to offset and see what the value is of what I picked up to estimate how far ahead we are in terms of building what is my first ever Intellivision collection. So let's head to the table. Okay, you ready? Here it is. Oh, there it is, just like I got it. This is the tub that it was in, kind of scattered in here, stacked. I see some Ziploc bags. Yeah, there's a lot to go through here. So I think what I'll do is I'll set this over to the side and then we'll start going through these items one by one and see what exactly we've got. I figured the best place to start was with the console itself. This is an Intellivision II. The Intellivision came out in '79, so the 2 model was 1983, so it was 4 years later, and it was intended to be a smaller and less expensive. Look at the back of the controller is empty. There's nothing there. Interesting. So there's a little directional pad. The buttons, they made these like a hard plastic instead of rubberized on this model. And I understand users weren't very fond of this new keypad because it isn't raised. You can't feel it with your fingers. Anyway, it does have a longer cord than the original Intellivision. Again, this has not been tested yet. Somewhere in the box, I do have the power supply is in there too. One of the ways they miniaturized it was to take the power supply out of this and make it an external block. Looks like B-17 Bomber is living in here. How do you get those out? It's got a little lip there. There it is. Ugh! Oh no! That one's not in the best of shape. No wonder they left that in there. Alright, so the controller is at best busted. At worst, maybe it doesn't work. I don't know. Alright, so set this aside for later. So, assuming this works, I haven't tried it yet. We're going to guess that I see a lot of Intellivision 2s. I think let's keep just for giggles, keep a running total of maybe what the value is of what we picked up here. So again, I paid about $50 for this whole lot. And I see that Intellivision 2's working, assuming this one works, go for about $40 or $50. But this one has a damaged controller, of course. So I'm going to go conservative and say, this is probably worth about $40, assuming that it works. If it doesn't, we'll go back and revise. So at the moment, spent $50. Maybe this is worth $40 with a busted controller. So I don't think we're going to have any trouble getting our value back out of this. So we're going to set this aside because we're going to power it on later and see how it works. But let's dive into the other stuff. And I guess it stands to reason if we had this B-17 Bomber controller overlay that the Intellivoice must be in here. So this plugs right in the side of the console and the cartridge plugs into the side of it. Again, assuming this guy works, I see these going for $20, $25. We're going to call this we'll call it a $20 value. So we Every time I hear somebody talking about the Intellivision, they say the voice module, which was a big deal. I never had one until now, so but I have one in this lot. Let's move into cartridges. I see we have Intellivision Skiing, and oh, hey, I've said this many times. It looks like Intellivision owners tended to keep their stuff together, whereas Atari owners, since we didn't have little overlays and stuff like this that you need to play the game, we just threw that stuff away. But so this has barely used. Looks like the overlays are here. We have a manual, and of course we have the cartridge. It's in fine shape. When I look online, I see the complete price for this runs about $8 or $9. So I'm going to always err on the side of the low balling it. So we'll call this, $8 for a complete copy of Intellivision Skiing. Up next is Intellivision Bowling, and let's see. The box is pretty rough on this one, as you can see. It's been through the ringer some. Flap has fallen off. Looks like we have instruction manual, a little dog-eared. I don't see the overlays in here. We could get lucky and find them later. Oh, it's falling apart. Oh, there they are. Look at that. They're hiding back there. That looks like the wrong place to put them because they get bent up. Do they? Maybe? I don't know. I'm going to put them back over here. Okay, so we got it a complete, I would say complete in-box, but rough bowling. Looking on price charting, I see this goes for, like $11 or so. I'm going to price this one at about $7 because it's a little beat up. So, all right, moving on. Up next, we have the Super Video Arcade Hockey. Now, this is the Telegames version that you got at Sears. And oddly, when I look at the prices, the price for the Telegames is like garbage. It's nothing. Dirty in there, but we have the cartridge, we have the manual. I don't know if it had overlays or not, honestly, but the manual's in pretty good shape. Even complete. This one lists on price charting for 99 cents, so we're not going to value this one at anything. We're just gonna just a freebie. Next up, we have Intellivision Boxing, and the boxing box is like it's been boxed. It's kind of rough, so I won't value the box too much. But there's the manual. Oh, I like the look of that. Look at that. Oh, look at all the. Do we have the overlays? I think it's in here. Oh, there they are. Yeah, overlays again. And look, like all the punches, you see here on the manual, look like a feint pull punch, feint duck. Like you got to use that numpad on this thing. That looks pretty cool. Look at that. All right, maybe I guess you can keep those in there without bending them. All right, maybe you do that. I looked on price charting, and complete this boxing goes for $9. Again, I'm not real bullish on the quality condition of this box, so I'll price it at $7. Not bad. Up next, we have Space Hawk. Man, we've already made our money. And talk about kickstarting an Intellivision collection. All these boxes are in so-so shape. So this guy doesn't have a tray, but I can see, is that the, yeah, here they are back behind it. So the overlays are here. Bless you, Intellivision users, taking care of your overlays. And looks like we got a manual as well. In really good shape. Yeah, this one lists for complete, which I would consider this for like $6-7. I'll call this one $5. Here's one that I've heard people talk about quite a bit as something that's really cool on the Intellivision. This was Microsurgeon from Imagic. Of course, you recognize the chrome box and the rainbow there. And the box has been kind of crushed, but they have this tray. So let's see. Well, I see a manual. See, there's the manual and the overlays. Little dog-eared, but they're here. And the cartridge. Oh, and the Imagic cartridges for Intellivision have a similar shape to the Atari ones. Yeah, I don't spend much time looking at those, though. I think probably these belong in that little spot. That probably makes sense. Yeah, go in here. This one lists complete for like $17 right now. So in this shape, I'm going to call this, again, trying to lowball, maybe in a crushed condition, maybe $12. So, all right, how about some Star Strike? I'm going to stop talking about the box. I mean, you can see the boxes are all fair condition, unless one that stands out as being particularly good or bad shape. But yeah, so here's the manual. Yeah, and let's see, under the cartridge maybe? Yeah, there they are. Both of the, okay, I would call this one complete too. This doesn't go for much, a little over $7 usually, so, I might put this one at $4 or so. I'm surprised at how cheap Intellivision games are complete. So yeah, $4. Next up, we have Intellivision Triple Action. Now this looks like air-sea battle kind of thing I see, or combat maybe. I see biplanes and I see tanks and I see trucks and cars, apparently. Yeah, that's in fact what it is. Oh, look at the car level. That looks interesting. All right, anyway, what do we got? There's our manual. Oh, and there's the inserts. I opened right to them. Both the inserts are there. The manual is here. Oh, but look at this guy. He's lost his sticker. Assuming this is, in fact, that cartridge. I wonder if it's in the box somewhere. No. All right. Well, this one only goes for about $8 complete. I would say without the label, $3. Yeah, we'll call it 3. Here's one I featured in a short a few months ago, is the Donkey Kong, notorious Donkey Kong for Intellivision. It even has a JCPenney price tag still, $31.95 it says. Let's see, crush box. There's the Coleco cartridge. Anything else in there? Oh, wait, there's something in there. Okay, so here's the manual. Yeah, I think this one did not include overlays, if I'm remembering correctly, so this guy, even with a crushed box, I'm guessing, they say it's valued at $11 if it's complete, and though this one is complete, it's also pretty busted, so, you know, yeah, $4 or so, I expect. All right, next up, we have another Telegames title, Super Video Arcade. That's what they call the Intellivision Armor Battle. Okay, and there's our overlays. It's like a treasure trove. Well, maybe it's not. I tend to find these things complete more often than not, so it just comes down to Intellivision owners, like I said. So this guy's complete. Now, I couldn't find a separate listing for the Telegames version versus the Intellivision branded one. Even the other one runs for $6, so this is probably a 4 optimistically. Next up, we got some basketball. Intellivision was really big on sports games, I've noticed. This is like another Telegames title, assuming everything. Yeah, there's our. Well, you really have to use those overlays. Look at all the little spots here: offensive court, pass to position, jump shot. You need more than 2 buttons for that. Manuals here, decent shape. This one's listed for around. Now here's the thing. It's listed the non-Telegames version. This can't be right. I see a listing that's like $60 complete, but there's a difference between basketball and NBA basketball. Let me do a quick search. Okay, I'm back from the internet, and so while this is apparently the rarest box, I've seen listings as high as $150, but then I'm looking at closed auctions more in the $15 to $20 range. So while it may be rare, that doesn't mean it's in demand necessarily. So with the box and everything, I think I'm going to value this one at maybe $15. Yeah, okay. That's a great score. How about some Sub Hunt? Okay, submarine, good screenshots. Okay, we've got a manual. Decent. Got cartridge. 2 overlays are in there. All right. This one I see listing for around $9 to $10 complete. This box is in decent condition. I'm gonna price this one maybe at about, I'll go 7 on this guy. More sports. Here's NFL football. Yeah, look, you can show. Atari had to put beautiful oil paintings on their boxes. Intellivision could put screenshots because it actually was impressive at a glance. But here's our football. Oh, what else in? There's a lot of stuff in here. Hold on. So here's there's the cartridge first. I see both overlays in there, so that's good. But there's a lot of stuff here. What is this? So I see a manual. Oh, and 2 playbooks? These are like reference cards for the users. How cool is that? Since I guess there's lots and lots of options. Apparently it's pretty complex. It's pretty dog-eared there, but I would say this is very complete to include both of these. Now, did it come with 2? I don't know. I'm guessing it did, so that the 2 players can each have one. Even complete, this guy lists for around $9, so I'm going to call this about a $7 value for us. Las Vegas Poker and Blackjack. I believe this was, oh, those look nice. I believe this was a launch title for the Intellivision, if I'm not mistaken. It's one of the most popular games when people list what games they had because everybody had it. It was early on in the life of the system. It's like, I see 1 overlay. Oh, there's the second one. Both overlays are there. Okay. Even so, this game only goes, because of how common it is, about $4 or $5. So I'm gonna value this one at about $3. Now next up, this is one that I actually did a video on. I did one of my Friday plays on Beauty and the Beast, and so when I saw I had this in the box, I took a look at it in a short, and I have it put in a protective case. But if we slide that out, we can take a look at the contents. Yeah, so there's our nice Magic manual. Look at this artwork. Awesome. Oh, a Magic. They were great. Let's see, there's... Oh, and a Magic catalog. Great. A pair of overlays and a cartridge. Yeah, you can see why I protected this one and boxed it up. This guy, even complete, runs for about $10. And I think there's not too much wrong with this one. I think I'm going to value it at about $9. I think that's fair. And while we're on an Intellivision kick, here's Demon Attack. Now, very much like the Atari one, however, this one also has the big boss battle at the end. The big ship, so... the toys, they painted silver. So there's our manual. Great. We have our overlays. One's a little dog-eared, but not bad. And the cartridge is just beautiful. It's in great shape. Demon Attack from a Magic for the Intellivision. Complete. Goes for a little over $10. Again, this one is in pretty good shape, so I'm going to value it at, let's call it $8. I found this loose Major League Baseball tray and cartridge, so maybe MLB is in the box somewhere. Let's set this aside. Next up, you got your classic Intellivision Astrosmash. Yeah, turn into Astro Blast for the 2600. Got a manual, decent shape. Cartridges here, none the worse for the wear. I see 1 and 2 overlays, yeah. So I would say that would make this one complete. This guy goes for about $8.50 or so. With the box, I'm going to call this one, $6. Next up is a gimme. This is Tennis. Yeah, nice screenshots on the back. I see overlays. I see a manual. I see a cartridge. See the condition of the manual. Yeah, not dog-eared or anything. Oh, very rigid, like it's never been opened. Whoever had this, maybe they played it or not. Maybe they didn't even read it. Who knows? But even complete, this guy goes for $8. So with the box, I'm going to put him at about $5. Here's another Ziploc baggie that has an unlabeled cartridge and some overlays. So I'm going to set this aside and see what else turns up. Next, we have a lovingly crushed Space Armada. That box is garbage. Oh, this is the Space Invaders knockoff. Oh yeah, I've played this before. Okay, well, it's busted, but I see 1, 2 overlays. Great. Cartridges peeling. This thing is not in great shape. Manual is about the best of the whole set, so this goes for it goes complete for like $6. I'm gonna give this one a pass. I wouldn't look, not that I'm selling any of these in the first place, but I wouldn't sell this to somebody in this condition because they're as cheap as it is. You're gonna find a much better one somewhere else. So let's call it a gaming. It's okay. Our total is looking good. We're way ahead for the value we paid. Oh, lo and behold, there's Major League Baseball. Let's see, where did we? There we go. So we found this earlier, so I'm guessing this is going to be empty. Yep, there it is. And this guy, anything in that? No. Here the tray goes there. The cartridge goes there. So here's our manual. Oh, I don't see any inserts. Oh, let me check my bag of inserts and see what's in there. Hold on. Anything in here? No, I mean, oh, baseball. Is this for that? Yeah, I guess. I'm gonna guess. I mean, it's called Major League Baseball / baseball. I think this belongs with that. So we're gonna pretend it does. But I'm not the expert. So let's set these back aside. So, assuming that these are the correct inserts that go with this, Major League Baseball, complete as this one is, about $8 or $9. Yeah, he's a little crushed. I give him $5. I finally got down far enough that I got to the little TV switch box and the power brick. So we do have those. No, your eyes are not playing tricks on you. This is another copy of Astrosmash. Looks like somebody picked it up for $3 at some point. So let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, let's see. I don't see any overlays. Oh, wait. Overlay here. Yeah, there's a lot in here. So there's a manual. Oh, an Intellivision catalog. That's a plus. Look at that. And then a, what is this? Instruction update, like an addendum to the manual. Huh. Okay, that's kind of extra complete. And though there is bonus stuff in here, I mean, there certainly is value in having this catalog. Since Astrosmash, as I said, goes for about $8 or $9, I'm going to keep this one about a $5 value. what do we have here? Space Spartans. It's an Intellivoice title. I've never heard of this. You could tell me that this was the best game ever, and I'd take your word for it. I've never even heard of Space Spartans. Outer space grid kind of game, kind of Star Raiders-esque, maybe? Oh, this is an interesting box. Let's see. So there's our cartridge. And there's 2 overlays. So we're in good shape there. The label is off. You could fix that with a heat gun, but see how it's kind of slid off? Yeah. And what all we got over here? Get back in. Here. Great big, big manual. Look at that. Yeah, this must be like an Intellivision Star Raiders. That's my guess. Yeah. Well, complete even. This guy, oh, you know, I've seen these before. Don't these, I think these are designed to like tuck in here, right? That's what that little slit is for, if I remember right. Yeah, that's neat. And yeah, complete, it goes for 10 or 11 bucks. This one's in really nice shape, so I don't want to be greedy. I would say maybe I'll value it at around $8. Okay, we're getting near the end. Here's a lock and chase, nicely crushed. Okay, we got oh goodness, what's going on here? This box is kind of collapsed. I see an overlay. Yeah, there's both overlays in there. You can see the 2 of them. There's our little manual. Yeah, okay. It's like lock and chase complete. Typically goes for around, what I see, $9 or so. How can I make this right again? There we go. Goes for about $9. This one though, box and all, kind of mushed. I'll call it about a $5 value. Great to add to the collection. And now we have a Sears Super Video Arcade Night Stalker. Oh, there's our instruction manual. Yeah, great. The cartridge is falling off. The label's falling off. I don't see any overlays. Were there overlays in this extra bundle? Let's look and see. I thought I saw a Night Stalker in here. Maybe? Let's see. Hockey. Oh, there's one Night Stalker. Yeah. Yeah, he's seen better days. Okay. But, so we have one of the 2 overlays. Yeah, this guy is, I mean, even on a good day, a complete Night Stalker might go for $4 or $5. This one, though, kind of beat up, not complete. We'll just give it a pass. We'll just say no value. Got another Intellivoice title, Bomb Squad, this time. I had people tell me this one's a great one, too. Like Cityscape there and a screenshot. Let's see what we got. These are really nice. Oh, you can see those are tucked in like we talked about. So there's our cartridge. This label is centered nicely and still in nice shape. Let's see a manual in here. Oh, an Intellivoice flyer. That's cool to have. Highlighting all the Intellivoice games. Great. Bomb Squad manual. This just intimidates me. Look at all the stuff you have to do. Pliers and what was in there? Extinguisher and yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it looks like we got the overlays. Oh, somebody loved this game. Those things are beat up, but they're there. Cool. All right, so this one I looked complete, about $14, so not too shabby. Plus, this guy has the Intellivoice thing in there, so I'd value him at about $10, I would say. All right, the last full boxed game I have. This one is Super Video Arcade Sea Battle, the Telegames variety. Let's see, there's our cartridge. There's, yep, both the overlays are in there, and the manual is here. Hooray. Wow, look at the complexity. Intellivision had some, with the keypad, you could do so much more, made it really interesting. Sea Battle goes for, $7 complete. This one is pretty complete. And the box is one of the nicer ones. I'd say $5. Here then are the leftovers, the things that I found laying around. So, look, I got a couple of bump and jumps, a couple of extra hockey overlays. Okay, interesting. There's an unlabeled cartridge. Oh, look, here is that triple action didn't have a label on the cartridge. Here it is. So the other interesting thing is B-17 Bomber. That's the overlay that was already on the controller. We don't appear to have it. So I'll have to source that one myself in the future. And gotta find out what that game is. I'm gonna guess Bump and Jump. Since the others are kind of, this could be B-17 Bomber. I don't know. We'll try in a second. Last thing is one more little Ziploc bag that has some documentation in it for the console. Always love this. So here's the owner's manual for the Intellivision II, how to set it up, how to put stuff in. There's a 90-day warranty, just slightly expired. Yep. So we have that as well as part of this package. So great. And finally, having run inventory, the only thing left really is to plug this thing into a TV for the first time in God knows how many years and see if it works at all and try out a couple of these games. While I'm getting the Intellivision hooked up to the TV, I'm gonna bug you for just 1 minute to remind you as the holidays approach, look, you're gonna be buying gifts for all sorts of nerds in your life. Would you please consider at least stopping by our store at genxgrownup.com/merch. We have all kinds of cool, nerdy, original designs from television and sports and movies and games, and if it's something you're interested in, we probably have it in our store. And you can get it printed on t-shirts and mugs and hats and phone cases, all kinds of stuff. So if you wouldn't mind, at least stop by and see if there's anything there that you can use. Every dollar you spend gets you or someone you're gifting something cool and goes to support independent content creation just like this. Okay, let's go test out this Intellivision. And finally, the moment of truth. So I've got the power brick plugged in. I've got it wired up to the television. It's on channel 3. I have the switch on the back set to channel 3. Here's a cartridge. Let's throw it in there. Okay, and power it up. There's an LED you can see is on there, if you can see that. However, oh no. Oh no. Let me try another cartridge maybe. I mean, you'd think you'd get some kind of signal. I'm kind of feeling like, does that off button work? LED staying on. Let's change the cartridge. There's an NHL hockey in there, okay. Yeah. Looks like nothing. Well, hey, not nothing. I mean, we got all of these games. We got all of these, and look, the controller was in pretty rough shape anyway. What do we value this at? Like $40 for the console? We can't test the Intellivoice, of course, but I'm going to leave that as is. So I'll just take the $40 back off of our estimated value, and I haven't been keeping a running total, but you here watching this, there's a running total. Somewhere on the screen you can see the value we set over the course of running through this. So look, we spent $50 on it. We're way ahead of value there, and a huge head start on an Intellivision collection with several little gems in there. So even though this didn't work, all in all, I think we're in good shape. And you know, I'd want a better one anyway. I wouldn't want one that's kind of beat up like this, so I don't mind holding out and getting a better working Intellivision in the future, so. Oh well, I mean, disappointed a little, I guess, but as I was saying, it's not like I didn't get value for my money. What I don't yet have is a working Intellivision console on which I can play these largely complete games that I'm happy to have them. A couple of them you saw already have boxed up in plastic to take care of. Those are Magic ones especially, I think look really nice. And I have played a lot of Intellivision games via emulation, so I know the quality of their Beauty and the Beast is one I'm happy to have, because the first time I played that, I was blown away with like, I've missed out on these games my whole life. The sports titles maybe not so much because I'm not a big sports fan, but sports games with the right competitor, that can be fun too. Okay. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. I will throw links over my shoulders here and here to some other thrifting yard sale finds that I have tested live on videos before. I certainly hope you found something to enjoy in this video. I can't wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.